Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Isro question paper production part 4. Question is, which one is not the purpose of heat treatment of steels? A. Changing the composition of steel on the surface. B. Changing the percentage of carbon and silicon in the bulk. C. Increasing or decreasing the grain size. D. Removing undesirable residual stresses. B. The answer. Changing the percentage of carbon and silicon in the bulk. Next, a cold chisel is made of A. Mild steel, B. Cast iron, C. HSS, high speed steel, D. High carbon. Cold chisel made up of high carbon steel. A body which is permanently deformed is said to have undergone for permanent deformation. A. Elastic deformation, no. B. Limit of elastic deformation, C. Plastic deformation, D. Uniform deformation. For permanent deformation, plastic deformation is required. C is the answer. The defect responsible for the phenomenon of slip, by which most metals deform plastically, is known as A. Fracture, B. Twinning, C. Dislocation, D. Strain hardening. Dislocation. If dislocation increases, then material's ductility also increases, and dislocation facilitates slip in the metals. BCC is having highest ductility. This question was asked in IS. Highest ductility. And all material fails or deformed due to shear force. Or shear deformation. With a punch for which the maximum crossing stress is 4 times the maximum shearing stress of the plate, the biggest hole that can be punched in the plate would be of diameter equal to data given. Maximum crossing stress sigma c equal to 4 times maximum shear stress tau s, and area of crossing is pi by 4 d square. D is diameter of hole. Shear area is pi d into t. T is thickness of the plate. So crossing force equal to shearing force. Sigma c AC equal to tau s as. Crossing stress is 4 times of shear stress. So area of crossing is pi by 4 d square equal to tau s into pi dt. Pi cancel, tau s cancel, 4 cancel, d square d, here d. Finally d equal to t. Diameter equal to plate thickness. C is the answer. In nodular iron, graphite is in the form of, already discussed, it's spheroid form. So many times asked. here what we are doing, we are adding magnesium addition of magnesium in molten cast iron before casting and magnesium converts the flakes from cast iron. It converts to flake form to nodular or spheroidal form. Nodular form or spheroidal form. By addition of magnesium. So it is called as spheroidal or nodular iron. Corrosion resistance of steel increases by addition of A. vanadium or aluminum, B. sulfur, phosphorus, lead, C. chromium and nickel, D. tungsten, molybdenum, vanadium and chromium. It's corrosion resistance addition by chromium and nickel. In galvanized iron we are adding nickel. Nickel coating we are giving. Phenomenon of progressive extension of material with time at constant load is called as A. plasticity, B. creep, C. yield, D. breaking. It is creep. Creep definition is time dependent permanent deformation of material or component when subjected to constant load or shear stress. Load or stress. Rivets are made of A. soft material, B. ductile material, C. hard material, D. brittle material. Its answer is ductile material. Example is steel, stainless steel, copper nickel alloy, aluminum alloy, next addition of copper to aluminum results A. precipitation hardening system, B. corrosion resistance, C. grain refinement, D. high machinability. Precipitation hardening, it's for non-ferrous materials. What we are doing, precipitation hardening also called as edge hardening. It improves physical properties of non-ferrous alloys by solid state reaction. It is applicable to aluminum alloy, magnesium ले nickel ले mostly aluminum, magnesium and nickel. Sometimes occasionally we are using for copper and iron. In a hardness test, L is load in kg, D is diameter of ball in mm and small d is diameter of indentation in mm. Brinell hardness number is expressed by the equation dash. Its answer is direct formula B. Load in kg. Here one important thing is Brinell hardness, diaph, indentation. In Biker hardness, diagonal of the indentation. Diagonal of the in Rockwell its depth of indentation. This is very important. Rockwell. So many times asked in lot of examinations. Main factors: Brinell diaph indenter, Biker diagonal of the indentation, Rockwell depth of the indentation. Biker hardness formula is 0.85 P. P is load in kg, D mean diagonal length, D square. And in Rockwell we are using here one more thing. In Biker, that indenter is pyramid shape and its angle is 136 degree between opposite faces. This is very important. And in Rockwell, are you using ball shape or cone shape? Ball shape B scale, cone shape 120 degree, that cone C scale. Martensite hardness RC65, here we are using C scale. R for Rockwell, C for C scale, 65 with the hardness. Here important, these three things, 1, 2, 3 and 136 degree, very important. Sometimes they may ask this one, RC65 martensite hardness. In Isro 3 times asked this one, RC65 martensite hardness. Electron beam machining process is suitable for the following type material: A. Low melting point and high thermal conductivity. B. Low melting point and low thermal conductivity. C. High melting point and low thermal conductivity. D. High melting point and high thermal conductivity. Melting point is high and conductivity is low. Electron beam machining. Vacuum, atmosphere, this is important. Hardness of martensite is about already discussed. RC65 Rockwell hardness. Very important is depth of indentation. C is cone 120 degree. C scale. R for Rockwell. C for cone. Materials after cold working are subjected to following process to relieve stress: A. Hot working, B. Tempering, C. Normalizing, D. Annealing. D is the answer. For stress relieving we are using annealing. In drop forging, the forging is done by A. Dropping the workpiece at high velocity, B. Dropping the hammer at high velocity, C. Dropping the die with hammer at high velocity, D. Dropping a weight on hammer to produce ricochet impact. Drop forging, dropping the hammer at high velocity. B is the answer. Which of the machine tools can be used for boring? 1. Lathe, 2. Drilling machine, 3. Vertical milling machine, 4. Horizontal milling machine. A. 1, 2, 3, B. 1, 3, 4, C. 2 and 4, D. 1 and 2. Used for boring. Its answer is 1, 3, 4, B. The vernier reading should not be taken as its face value before an actual check has been taken for: A. Zero error, B. Its calibration, C. Flatness of measuring gauge, D. Temperature equalization. B is the answer. It's calibration. High carbon steel carries carbon percentage of, all are important. Low carbon steel, then medium carbon steel, high carbon steel. Low carbon steel example is mild steel. Its carbon percentage is less than 0.3% carbon. Example is mild steel. This is very important. Mild steel is low carbon steel and its composition, carbon composition is less than 0.3%. Medium carbon steel, its composition is in between 0.3 carbon percent to 0.6% carbon percent. And high carbon steel is greater than 0.6% carbon to 1.5% carbon. So its answer is D. In order to measure or detect materials by non-destructive testing, the method generally used as: A. Acoustic emission, B. Infrared radiometer, C. Liquid crystallography, D. Thermochemic point. Acoustic emission is the answer for non-destructive testing. Shock resisting steel should have: A. Low wear resistance, B. High wear resistance, C. Toughness, D. Poor hardenability. Toughness is the answer. Shock resistance, toughness. Matching: malleability, B. Hardness, C. Resilience, D. Isotropy. 1. Wire drawing. Second, impact loads. 3. Cold rolling. 4. Indentation. 5. Direction. Malleability is cold rolling. B. Hardness, 4 indentation, resilience and strain energy both, impact loads 2, isotropy direction dependent 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 2, 5 B. Internal and external threads can be produced on tapered surfaces conveniently by A. Universal milling machine, B. Plano miller, C. Planetary milling machine, D. Lathe. In lathe machine we can produce internal and external both tapers. Optical square is a engineer square having stock and blade set as 90 degree. B. A constant deviation prism having the angle of deviation between the incident ray and reflected ray equal to 90 degree. C. A constant deviation prism having the angle of deviation between the incident ray and reflected ray equal to 45 degree. D. Used to produce interference fringes. See the answer. A master gauge, a new gauge. B. An international reference standard, a standard gauge for checking accuracy of gauges used on shop floors. D. A gauge used by experienced technicians. Master gauge, C is the answer. A standard gauge for checking accuracy of gauges used on shop floors. Next, dimension of hole is 50%. Shaft dimension given and hole dimension given. Minimum clearance asked. So your hole maximum is 50.02, minimum is 50.00. Shaft also same. .00, 50.02 mm. Minimum clearance is 50 minus 50.02. It's minus 0.02 mm. Two cutters are mounted on the arbor so that two faces are machined simultaneously. It's two cutters. So in straddle milling only single cutter. So straddle milling not possible. Mounted on the arbor so that two faces are machined simultaneously. So its answer is can milling. Surface roughness on a drawing is represented by surface its triangle. It's like this. Here important is B and C. So many times asked in other examination also. In IS one time around 5 mark or 4 mark question asked. You have to all explain all the points A, B, C, D. You have to draw the diagram. A for machining allowance. B for roughness value. Direction of lathe. E, direction of lay, D, sampling length, production method. For objective, B and C is important. Sometimes they will give this figure, and B some value they will give, and they will ask that value represent what. The answer is surface roughness. And C sometimes they will give like this, perpendicular parallel like this. This is perpendicularly. So surface roughness on a drawing is represented by triangles. This is very important. So many times asked in IAS. Thank you friends for watching my video. If you like my video, then subscribe it.